Hi guys, how are you? Johnny here. We are gonna continue working on this blanket. We are gonna work on the textures and the particle settings. So let's see if we can achieve some photorealistic look in this blanket. Okay. So the first thing that we will do is to split the view and open the node editor. Also, I will open the screencast keys. Okay. I saw that it's not being like displayed when I work on the node editor. I don't know why, but if you have any question, you can ask me in the comments. So this is the kind of node trees that the FBX contains when you import it into Blender, and this is the kind of material you will find. We don't need any of this, so we will delete it. We will add a shader principle. There is a video from CG Cookie Remington that speaks about what the heck is BSDF. I will leave the link in the comments, so check it because it's an interesting video. Okay, so with the node Wrangler and the shortcut Control Shift and T, we will access to the principal texture setup. We will enter to the texture folder, select everything. Voila, you have here all the texture properly placed. Okay, so we will isolate the model. So in order to check everything in real time. Okay, so here you have the texture is really off in terms of scale. So we will work with 4 maybe. I mean, not maybe, I did this tutorial already 10 times, but because of X reasons, I had to restart it. Okay, so 4 is a right number, believe me. And then I like to work with the gloss that, as you can see, it says roughness, even if the map says gloss, because gloss is another type to reflection map. But Blender works with roughness. So when you add the textures with the principal texture setup, Blender will automatically add an invert because the gloss map is just an inverted roughness map. Okay. Well, what I do always is I use a lot of color ramps in everything. So we will use a color ramp and check how this gloss map or this roughness map is affecting the object. You can see that almost no information here. I like to add some contrast to start seeing something, you know, just a bit, because this is not a reflective object, but I want to see a bit. You can see here is very subtle. Okay. I will later mix this with a Fresnel node as well. You will see. Okay. So the other thing that I will do is I want to decrease the saturation of this texture. On 0.7 is working for me. Okay, so after we decrease the saturation, what I usually do in this kind of cases when there is crevices or foldings, I mean, I almost always use it. I open the geometry node with the pointiness value. This I use it as a mask, because, I mean, in the 2.8, you will find the ambient occlusion node and the bevel node. I think that those nodes, in my case, I mean, in the way that I use this pointiness, those 2 nodes will replace how I use it, because I always try to focus on the crevices, on the ambient occlusion in one object, to add a bit, to multiply or mix a bit of dark colors to increase the contrast inside the object. So you can see what I will do. I will increase a bit the black, decrease a lot the white. What I want to obtain is a bit of black. Here you will see there's too much white. Okay. I want that black here, you know. Okay, something like that could work. A bit more. This is just an artistic choice. And then I will mix it and use the pointiness as a mask. So I will use the color map in the second socket and use the first socket to add some contrast. So you can see now that there is some darkness inside the foldings. If you want more detail, what I usually do is I duplicate this node, which is exactly the same node that is below, and decrease the value of the value. Maybe this is gonna be fine, you know, something to show that there is different foldings and how it interacts with itself. Okay, let's add a Fresnel node in order to help the reflections and make something nicer. Okay, so as you know, the Fresnel node acts with affected by the angle that the camera is facing. So let's put a camera there. As you can see, this white is where the angle becomes harsher, you know. So if you are perpendicular to the asset, you will see no reflection, and when the angles becomes harder, you know, and wider, you will see that everything becomes reflective. But we will use the Fresnel for the roughness map. We can add a converter color ramp. We can invert the colors. You can see here that now we have the blacks there in the angle. And then we can, this is going to the color. We can now mix in the pointiness information with the color information. Let's add a color ramp here to become everything, to turn everything black and white. So now we have the color information converted into black and white, and we have the Fresnel, and we will have also the roughness map. We'll put this as add because we don't have anything too reflective. And this will be very subtle, but this will help to the realism of the asset. Okay, so let's put this here. Let's check it, and I think that this looks awesome. Okay, this will look better in an interior, you know, like this one. You will find that everything looks okay, and the light will bounce in a realistic way. Okay, so what we have to do now is to create a particle system. This is very quickly. We're gonna make a hair one, very short. Okay, we are gonna make it advanced. Let's say 80,000 in a random way. Okay, let's go in the shapes. We want the root of the particle to be almost like the tip, because it's like a little hair. Okay, and the thing that we have to do is to create another material for the little hair that actually I already have it, because I recorded this tutorial 10 times already. So here it is an higher info with the intercept, the color ramp. This will be the base, this will be the tip. I mean, this happens because we are using this hair info, and the intercept reacts or reacts the color ramp, and that way. So this will be the base, as you can see in the preview, and this will be the tip, a diffuse, and a material output. Okay. So with everything settled down, the only thing missing is let's place the camera here. Okay, and I want every particle to be showed in this frame. I don't want nothing here or here, so I want everything here. How can I do that? I'm gonna go to weight paint. I will paint what I will see. What is this? Okay, Also, I will paint this edge. I will remove this one because this one was from the previous tutorial. Okay. So now we're gonna go to the Vertex Groups in the particle settings, choose here, and here you have. Excellent. So the only thing missing is to add, is the most important part. You need to play with the Brownian value. This value affects the how deformed the hair is. So we're gonna go very low, and this is too much, as you can see. So let's go something like 0.002. Okay, so this is more like it. This is a bit long for me, so let's put it something like this, maybe even less. Okay, because the Brownian make it longer also. And now if we go to render view, I think that we will see something nice. Of course, you need to play with it. Okay, what happens here? Why this is black? Because we need to change in render this material slot for the one we created for it. So it's here. You will see now it looks awesome. So this is not for a macro shot, but this will definitely work for a close-up of one of your renders. So don't be afraid of use it. This will, I mean, from this scene that I did, these little hairs of fibers was the thing that everyone says, okay, how do you do that? Okay, this is how I did it. Well, guys, I hope that this video, that you enjoyed this video, that it was well explained. Sorry for not uploading a video yesterday. It was Christmas, you know, you understand. And tomorrow, another tutorial. Tomorrow it will be a special one because it is my birthday. So, okay, let's see you tomorrow and have a nice evening.